Today I have got a top 10 video for you guys, and this is a video that I've wanted to do for quite a few years, but haven't actually been able to do that until recently, and that was thanks to getting the Brick Bank modular added to the collection. And so now that I finally officially have all of the past 10 years of modular buildings, it's perfect time to do a top 10 ranking of all the standard modular buildings, with the new Arkham Asylum modular for DC coming out here soon. And that is probably going to be my main thing for my birthday and Christmas this year. Though I did end up snagging a thing that's been on my wanted list for a number of years because it was on a 20% off discount, which I thought I could make it a deeper discount than that. Which if I had ordered it a day sooner with no GWPs, I probably could have, but I waited an extra day, got the GWPs, still got a $90 off, which, hey, I'll take 20% off if it's that deep of a discount for it, and it saves my VIP points for more build up. So, considering I've been building the VIP points for, I think, almost 5 years now. Well, we've been building them up since we got the 1989 UCS Batmobile back in 2021, and they've been building up ever since. So, but overall, for the thing that ended up in the number 10 spot for modular buildings is actually the 2019 Corner Garage. It's at 10264. And overall, this just isn't my favorite modular. I mean, it looks great on the main entrance side of the Corner Garage. So the left side of the building, it looks great against any building, especially the downtown diner. But the build was just not really my favorite. I mean, there's some great build techniques in it, but overall, between the build, overall, like, once you finish it, and the color of the building, just does not work for me. And it's a pain to place in the city, because if you want to make it an actual full city block, then you gotta have it against basically something with a roll-up door on the other side. That's why I whipped together that half base plate crook hideout, was specifically so that I could use it in more spots than basically an end cap building. And same kind of goes with the number 9 building for this list, which is the downtown diner. And overall, I actually enjoyed the build for this a lot more than the Corner Garage, which I actually had both of these in the backlog at the same time. And I got diner in late 2020, and then the Corner Garage just a few months later. But basically, I think the diner was still in my backlog at the time. But overall, I do like how both of them are paired up together, especially if you put the diner on the left side. But the diner just doesn't work with anything on the other side. Like, it doesn't work with anything on the left side of it, unless it's the police station modular or the jazz club. I mean, the museum works actually really well with it, but originally when it came out, nothing worked great with it. But as more have come out, they've really ramped it up. So, pretty happy with that. And then in the number 8 spot, we've got the Boutique Hotel, which overall, my only real gripes with this set is LEGO just couldn't decide on a color for the set, so they basically just threw 3 different colors on the build. And I would have loved for the whole thing to be basically just do a full 90-degree build for the hotel, but if they would have found a way to still keep that diagonal door build built in for the hotel, that would have been great. But maybe find a way to integrate the art gallery right into the first floor some way instead of having that patio. I think that would have been better. But overall, that's my main reason for putting this at number 8, was just that. And same could kind of be said with having the Tudor corner, which was this year's modular, at number 7. Was just a lot of it down to the colors and LEGO wanting to go with weird angles for their corner buildings, because there's the dark green on the first level really sticks out in if you put it up against certain buildings, which I'm not a fan of. And the stairs to the second level being outside the building, much like the Parisian restaurant, is just not something I'm a fan of unless it's done in a certain way, which it's done great in the hotel, but not so great in the Tudor corner. And that's one of the big things that I'm not a fan of for this set. And then also the roof was not too pleasant to build, but overall, really happy to have this in the collection, especially with the fact that the first floor was a pub, because with the fact that my grandpa passed away back in 2024, I felt like this was kind of a dedication to him, for way to dedicate a building in my city to him, because kind of knew his night routine most nights. So, and it involved going to the bar and hanging out with a couple of his old friends. So that's kind of why I like that set. And then we got the Natural History Museum modular, which I do really like overall, with all the little Easter eggs and stuff. My biggest gripe is just the overall color of the building. I just wish it would have been basically anything else but olive green. That's my biggest overall gripe. The build itself was quite enjoyable, even though some of the stuff like the window builds for this building were kind of bland and simple. They were simple, but they worked for this building. And getting another window washer scene is always enjoyable, because I like, there's something with window washers in the modular line that just I enjoy a lot, probably more than I should, but it's just that window washer detail that I always find super charming. And then we got number 5, which is the bookshop modular from 2020, which was our second one of the split in half. And overall, the townhouse there's really nothing wrong with it that I really had a problem with. Now, the bookshop itself, that's where the problems came in, for me at least, with the stairs. Really didn't care for the build design for the stairs for this set, for that half of the building, and wasn't too happy with that. And also the idea for it basically switching to fall for one modular really didn't make much sense, considering everything else has been basically summer or springtime, and most of my city is all summer or springtime. It's like, this makes no sense. So thankfully I had enough leaves laying around to where I could switch it. But overall, that's kind of where I've got the number 5 spot, which is the bookshop modular. And I'm thinking of maybe we'll finish up the rest of the ranking here as a part 2. So we'll do the rest of the stuff for a part 2. So you guys will have to come back for part 2, where we'll cover the rest of the modulars, which is, the rest of them are the ones that I thoroughly enjoy and wish I could honestly get another copy just purposely just to build again. But given the prices, I probably never will. So that is part 1 of my 10 years of the modulars ranking video. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.